Hare Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, 9 chapter, 32nd verse, it says, Mam hi partha vyapashrita yepishu papa yonaya striyo vaishas tata shudras tepi yanti param gatim. Here Krishna is saying that even if a person is a striya, a woman, a vaishya, a tradesman, or shudra, a menial worker, even they can get param gatim if they take my shelter, although they are papa yonaya. So when anyone reads this shloka, the first question they get is that why these people are called papa yoni. Actually, they should think that the Lord is saying that even if a person is sinful, a person still can get his shelter. That is the main essence. Krishna is trying to, do like a big comparison that even the most sinful person can take shelter of him if, right, the most sinful person can reach the ultimate perfection if they take shelter of him. And he gives some examples here. But no problem. This is a very sensitive question because people feel that why are they mentioning women, why are they mentioning Vaishya, why are they mentioning Shudra. So first thing we have to remember, if we become angry by reading this or hearing this, that means we are just identifying with the body and we are identifying with these things. After all of us, we get certain bodies, we get certain natures, we get certain families only because of our previous karma. None of us asked for it, but we are getting it, right? Just because of previous karma. So this life you may be a male, like past life you could have been a female. This life, if you're a Shudra, past life you could have been a Brahmana. So we should think in a very with a cool head to understand this instead of challenging it. So the word papa yoni means sinful species or sinful birth. Let's see why not only women here, but these three people of Striya, Vaishya, and Shudra are called Papa Yoni. So there are 5 points taken from all the purports of the acharyas that I like to present. First point, why anyone or these three people are specifically called Papa Yoni is because first they are considered less intelligent. Now, less intelligent here does not mean a person gets PhD degrees or master degrees or studies well. Intelligence here means the ability to understand spiritual subject matters. Generally, because the Shudras are involved in their own sense gratification, the Vaishyas are involved in more financial enjoyment, and Kshatriya, the women, are more enjoy in sensual dealings. So they may be more enamored by the material world rather than thinking about spiritual life. Sometimes even the biggest realization of spiritual life of the soul, for example a death in the family, that doesn't trigger a person. Death happens, a person lives life like normal. So generally these three people, they are called papa yoni for the first reason, they are considered less intelligent. Now, having said this, if someone takes to bhakti, right, even if they may be a so-called striya or vaishya or shudra, they must be considered most intelligent. Therefore, they cannot be identified like a striya or a vaishya or a shudra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Yagyai Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti hi Sumedasah. Anyone who takes to the Sankirtan movement is considered Sumedha, very intelligent. Jai Krishna Bhaje Se Bhada Chatur. It is said that anyone who worships Krishna is the most intelligent. Therefore, anyone who is, because of their karma, has a Striya body, has a Vaishya body, or has a Shudra body, but if they take to the Harinam Sankirtan, they must be considered the most intelligent. Okay, so we did not worry. Second point, second reason why who is called a Papa Yoni is these personalities have high tendency to forget the instructions of devotional service. Now, Prabhupada mentions this in the connection of Kayadu with Prahlad Maharaj. Narada Muni came to instruct Kayadu in bhakti, and in the womb of Kayadu was Prahlad Maharaj. Now, Prahlad Maharaj heard everything and he became a devotee. But Kayadu, the mother, she forgot, although she directly was hearing from Narada Muni. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada writes there that it's a general tendency that they forget the rules, the principles, the regulations, and they not follow very seriously. So therefore, those who don't take it very seriously, they are called Papa Yoni, whether Striya, Vaishya, Shudra, whatever it may be. Someone who doesn't take bhakti very seriously, they are to be considered Papa Yoni. Third point, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, why specifically Papa Yoni word is used? Papa Yoni means they have some bad qualities like lying, cheating, falsehood, right? Covering up the truth, not revealing. So this is one quality. Fourth reason why Papa Yoni is because there's inclination for sin, sinful tendency. more chances, more highly likely to commit sin. Fifth reason Acharyas mentioned is the tendency to enjoy material things, right? The higher chance being enamored by material glamour. So in this way, we see not only women, Vaishyas or Shudras, but anyone who is a victim or falls guilty to these five things we discuss: less intelligent, tendency to forget, not taking bhakti very seriously, right? Have some bad qualities, especially lying, sinful activities, and also trying to enjoy matter. They are considered papa-yoni. Now, having said this, we should understand the context of this verse. If you look at the next verse after this, 9.33, Krishna actually is doing a comparison. He says, even if a person is a Kshatriya, even if a person is a Vaishya or Shudra, if they take my shelter, they can reach Param Gati. What then more to speak about Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Bhaktas, Raja Rishis? These people, these people are so fortunate to have a good birth. If they don't take up to bhakti, they are even worse. They are even more foolish. So this is called ati sayokti, right? A comparison, exaggerated comparison, where he says that, if these people can take up to bhakti and achieve greatness, and these people who have all qualifications, they don't take up, they must be considered foolish. So this is the reason why Krishna gives such a heavy example, because these two verses are connected just to shake up and stir up and make people get up and understand this reality of bhakti. Bhakti is for everyone. One should not think that bhakti is only for males, only for brahmanas. Bhakti is for everyone. And anyone who takes up to bhakti, they come beyond these bodily exhibitions of women, Vaishya, Studra, Brahmana, whatever it may be. They come beyond, they become bhakta, they become devotee, Vaishnava. So this example given in Srimad Bhagavatam, two shlokas that mention the power of bhakti. It is mentioned in this verse, second canto, fourth chapter, 18th verse. Kirata huna andra pulinda pulkasa abhira shumba yavana kashadaya yanye che papa yadapashraya shraya shudhyanti tasmai prabhavishnave nama. He lists people who are sinful, kiratas, right? These are the sinful people who live on the hills. Hunas, the Huns, he says. Andhra, people of Andhra, modern day southern India. Pulinda, these are the Greeks, as mentioned. Pulkasha, all these different peoples. Abhira, Shumba, Yavana, even Mlechas, Mongolians, Muslims, Kasha, Chinese. All people, these people are considered sinful. But if yat apashraya shraya, if they take shelter onto the devotee of the Lord, who is already sheltered, shuddhanti, they can become purified. Tasmai Prabhavishnave Nama. Like that, the Lord is supremely powerful. So here it's mentioned that whatever a person may be, whatever caste, creed, fallen, not fallen, papi, or whatever, but if someone takes up to bhakti, right, bhakti is so powerful that it can purify one. And we see this in ISKCON. ISKCON is made up of society of people from all kinds of backgrounds and life, but they all become devotees. They learn to love Krishna. Now Bhagavatam takes it one step further. Another shloka comes. This is second canto, seventh chapter, and 46th verse. Here it says, then even if an animal takes training, right, under a devotee, an animal can go back to Godhead. The shloka goes, Te vai vadantyati taranti cha deva mayam Shri Sudra Huna Shabara Api Papa Jiva Yadyadbhuta Krama Parayana Shila Shikshas Tiryak Jana Api Kim Ushruta Dharana Ye. A Stri, Shudra, Huna, Hun again, Shabara, forest people, jungle people, tribal people who rear pigs. These are all Papa Jiva. But the Adbhuta Krama Parayana, if one takes shelter of the Lord who can do amazing things, Sheela Shikshas is trained in character, is trained by the devotee. Tiryak Jana Api. Tiryak here means animal. Even an animal, Shruta Dharana, if just allows to lend his ear to the Vaishnava, to the pure devotee of the Lord, one can be elevated. Atitaranti cha deva mayam. They can cross over deva maya. Therefore, when we read these sections in Bhagavatam, one should not become so feminist or chauvinist or sexist. But one should really understand that we are not this body. We get this body because of our own karmas. It's not a big deal. But now, by taking up to bhakti, we transcend all this. See how powerful is bhakti. It removes all designations. We live in this world respecting this body, but ultimately we understand we have nothing to do with this body. So please take shelter of bhakti and let us all come beyond this physical designations, Because the reality is true that we are all papa-yoni in one sense, not just Shri, Vaishya and Shudra. Today's day and life, everyone is a Shudra. It is mentioned, Kalau tat Shudra Sambhava. In the age of Kali, everyone is born Shudra only. Therefore, all of us are papa-yoni. Let us all take shelter of bhakti, be trained by the Vaishnava, and come over this designations and cross over this Deva Mayam and achieve the Param Gatim. Hare Krishna.